Note 2. Alright? If you look at the sentences we've been using since, you discover that they are short sentences. They are short sentences. So the structures we have are simple structures. I'm not mentioning simple sentence now. I'm only saying simple structures. You can have a simple sentence that has a complex structure. So no matter how complex a structure is, it will retain all this. It will retain these elements of the sentence. Now let's try an example. It will be a long one. So let's take it from here. Who drove a car in the rain? Colors. Look at this sentence. It has a complex structure. So it is not the usual she did this, he did this, or that. We have a subject that is very long. The subject starts from the and ends at rain. That is the subject. So it's occupying the same space as, for example, he. The tall, okay, sorry, I need to put the tall boy. There's supposed to be boy here, which is the head of the sentence. The tall boy who drove a car in the rain can simply be replaced with he. He did not pass the exam in flying colors. So you see that this structure, which is a noun phrase, we treated that earlier, it's a noun phrase inside the sentence. We see that this subject is a long one. What it has is that it has a modifier. It has a modifier. The main thing we are talking about is the boy, which is the head. And then it has a qualifier. The qualifier is a relative clause or an adjective clause. Who drove a car in the rain? And so that structure is the relative clause has its own subject and then has its own verb, and then it also has an object. It has an adverb, which is an adverb phrase, prepositional phrase operating as an adverb phrase. So you see how complex it is. But the important thing is that the whole of the structure, from the to rain, this structure, the whole of it is a subject. So it has our element. The element we said it has the S. It has an S now. Okay? Then we leave there and say did not pass. That is our verb. This one is not just one verb, just as we had in the other case, such as the tall boy who drove a car in the rain. Maybe we can remove did not and say passed. Past, for example. We now have only one verb, but here we have three verbs with M. The did is a modifier, M auxiliary, and then M negative. This is a negative particle, which is an adverbial. An adverb modifies a verb, modifying this past. And then we have our main head, which is a main verb, an MV. So you see this structure again, but the important thing again has the structure of V. So having said that, what about the remaining one? The remaining one, again, this is another noun phrase that has an M. The head is exam. Actually, that's what. So this sentence can simply be rendered he. If we want to make it positive, he passed the exam. So we're only adding modifiers and qualifiers. So in the end, we'll have the head, and we'll have a qualifier here. The qualifier is a prepositional phrase, which can also be called an adjective phrase, because it's modifying, describing the noun exam. But this structure is an object, is the object of past. So eventually what we'll have is an SVO. So no matter how complex a structure is, it will retain these elements we'll find. At least it must have its subject and verb, but it won't even have more than them. The highest it can have is S plus V plus O plus C and maybe plus A. The elements will remain the same, no matter how complex it is. So that is our note 2 that completes the discussion of the elements of the sentence.